welcome to another episode of The Local View and another segment of The Curb with myself, Kat Leonard, and the lovely, illustrious Megan Bradley.
Illustrious, you come up with these names. I love it.
You exude these qualities, and I just got to call them when they come out.
Well, right back at you, Miss Kat Leonard.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Look at us all Christmassy.
I know.
It's
We're so
exciting.
festive.
Holidays are coming.
I know.
Yeah, our guests got in on it, too.
I know. Look how festive we are, you guys.
Planned it.
This is ridiculous. Would you like to know who this lovely guest is? I bet they do.
Oh, they sure would.
Do you want to tell them?
Who brought the
should we
green
make them?
today? Well, Lise Windishman bought the green today. And Lise is with us from Liisonlife. And the first question that's going to come to mind is, what is Liisonlife?
Well, I'm lucky I kind of have that name that played into it, you know, so it was...
Who would have...
I know, it's...
You would have made something out of any name, though.
That and windishman.com was way too long, and people can't find it. So, yeah, it was all about get a new lease on life.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, I'll do a play on my name, and it's a portal for women to come together and find wellness, body love, and happiness. And I tell people, yeah, we need to spread the happy, we need to spread the goofy, we need to have more fun. So it's a place to come together and give information on health and wellness and just finding moments of happiness in everyday life, basically.
Oh, how? And I have to ask that because there are days where if I get a bathroom break, that is a good day. And so, Lise, how do you do that?
It's and that's what I say, it's catching those 5 minutes of zen when it's crazy, especially with the holidays coming. You know, we are chaotic and kids and wrapping and we're up to our ears in tinsel. So it's finding those 5 minutes of peace here and there, whether it's, you know, sitting quietly by a Christmas tree in complete silence with a cup of tea, or making sure if you're working in an office or if you're working at home, you go for a walk in the middle of the day. You know, someone says, can I meet you at 1? I have a meeting. And your meeting could be going for a walk. You don't, you know, that's something that you schedule. You have to schedule the time sometime.
I was just going to say, I've heard that. You have to literally put it in your daytime or on your phone or...
Yeah, otherwise you just get carried off in whatever is going on.
We get into the computer.
Yeah.
I work at home, so I have to tell myself, no, this is a timeout. 1:30, you're going to take a break. You're walking around the block.
Whether
you're going to
feel it or not.
Yeah, kick the leaves because it's fun and come back with more energy and more oxygen. And
so what was your last time out? What did you do?
I kicked leaves.
Did you really?
I literally walked through the park the other day, and they were about a meter high in some places, and they were too wet to jump in, so I just started kicking them. So it just seemed like the right thing to do.
You have to be careful, though, because there could be a fire hydrant under some of them. Guys, I need to point out the dangers. So
Steel-toed shoes, everyone, for leaf kicking.
Do not try this at home sometimes.
No.
Yeah, put a disclaimer on it.
Exactly.
I love that you did that.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. And so it's so, you know, because it's true. I think we all sort of think, oh, I got to take that time. The bubble bath. Oh, the bath will take too long to run. It's
never the perfect temperature, and then you got to wait, and then it's too cold.
Exactly.
And
there's little knocks at the door. So you're right. It's just finding easy things to do.
And if you're a busy mom and you've got 3 kids and you're shuttling off to soccer or to school or whatever, if you're going to work, can you pop in something on the, you know, on the sound system that's going to calm you down to start your day a different way? Can you say a few words in your head? Today is going to be an amazing day. That takes 5 seconds. Just little things, because, you know, we can't say, oh, I'm going to take 2 hours. People don't have 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know, that's easy to say, but it's not easy to do.
So what brought you to this? When did you start to develop this? Because you're being kind to yourself, you're being good to yourself, and not a lot of us know how to do that.
Yeah, I had to start being more kind to myself. In 2011, I was hit with autoimmunity. I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's, and I was exhausted to the core of my being. And this is actually, I call it the most common autoimmune disease that nobody's ever heard about.
And what is it?
So it's an autoimmune disease that affects a lot more women than men, 8 times as many women as men, and it affects your thyroid. So your body, in essence, is attacking its own tissue, the thyroid. But there's a multitude of things that go wrong with that. There's hormonal issues, you know, there are mental health issues. There's all kinds of things happening. Like my hair would fall out in chunks some days, but to me that was minor compared to other things that were happening. And then in 2013, I still wasn't getting better. And literally overnight, I could hardly walk, I could hardly talk. I was trying to eat and I was stabbing myself in the face with a fork.
Like you didn't have the
I had no motor skills, and I didn't know. I was terrified because I thought, is this ALS? Like, what is this? I didn't know the severity of it because I couldn't speak properly. And it turns out I have this rare thing called gluten ataxia, which is in essence, gluten causes an autoimmune reaction to the cerebellum, the part of the brain for motor skills.
Oh my goodness.
So so I had to start really
gluten is attacking.
So that's what I say to my nieces, gluten attacks you. That's kind of, it doesn't literally attack you, but that's a good way for them to remember.
But it is actually the gluten. It's not the gluten doing something to the body that they're
It's causing an autoimmune, and it's causing the body to cause an attack on the cerebellum. But for me, there are all kinds of issues outside of that. So I tell people it's this huge storm of autoimmunity, and I had to start meditating, and I had to start finding moments of Zen every day to build my system back up again.
So how important, clearly, is this mind-body connection? Because you took care of your mind and kind of calming and that kind of thing, and it helped to heal your physical body.
Yeah, for me, it was everything. There were some days that I had all the time in the world because I couldn't work. Some days I couldn't even watch TV because it was too stimulating. Noise, sounds, colors were too much. So I would go and meditate for an hour and just listen to ocean waves on, with my earplugs in. And just that would help me walk that day.
Because simply kind of calming the nervous system.
Yeah, simply calming down the nervous system, I would be able to walk better that day and function better because I just kept calming my whole body. And I say to people, my mind, body, and soul weren't hanging out in the same room.
Right.
So that's why I tell people we got to bring them back together. And I want to try to help women now. I said, when the universe is whispering in your ear, you have to check out this health issue. You have to check it out. Listen before it starts to bellow. Because when it bellows, it's not so fun.
So in your case, it was your health that took you to a place where you had to find the connection with the three. And sometimes it's what we're going through in our lives. Our health might be okay, but there might be something traumatic in our lives that takes us to that place. But it's so important that all three stay in sync, and whatever takes you there, to make it better.
Exactly.
In all those ways.
It could be, there could be a death in the family, there could be a divorce, there could be a massive change. Maybe someone moves to another country with a work change. Anything like that can really shock your nervous system and shock your world. So just finding little ways to bring happiness and calm into that is amazing. Like if you're packing off 1 million boxes and moving to Australia, that's stressful.
That's fun.
That's fun, but and amazing. But so just whatever you can do to take care of yourself in stressful situations.
Lisa, I want to thank you so much for being here. Liisonlife.com, and it's Liis, Liis.com. Onlife.com. And I also wanted to shout out your motto, which is own your own shift. Which I think is kind of brilliant. We've all got
shift with an F, right?
Yeah, shift with an F. With an F in there. And also there's an S.
Because otherwise we're just talking TVs and cars.
So check those out and do yourself a favor, especially in this holiday season that's really, really busy. That's our advice to you right now. Megan, thank you for being here with me on The Curve.
Thank you, Kat.
We're going to take a break right now, and we'll see you very soon. Happy ho, ho, ho.